Stay tuned to Cardinal Television. Commotion is coming up next. Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of Commotion, Cardinal Television's pop culture debate show. I'm your guest host, Ed Vivenzio, and this episode is all about Halloween. The rules are simple. 3 panelists will be given 6 different Halloween-themed topics to rant, rave, and debate about. At the end of the show, a winner will be chosen by yours truly and allowed 30 seconds of airtime to talk about anything he or she chooses. So without further ado, let's meet tonight's panelists, who are dressed in a truly scary Halloween costume. My boss, our producer, Chris Murray. First off is Ben Covert. Next is Isabella Leach. And finally, Melissa Kenny. Now let the commotion begin. Despite being in college, some students still go out and trick-or-treat on Halloween night. Is this acceptable, or should there be a cutoff age for trick-or-treating? Let's start with you, Ben.
Personally, I think there is an age where you're too old to trick or treat. I think the whole idea of trick or treating is that when you're a kid, you maybe want to wear things that you're not allowed to wear, but that one day a year you can dress up in whatever you want, whoever you want to be, and go out in public. As college students now, we're adults. We can dress up whenever we want. We can go out in public wearing whatever we want. So we don't need to dress up for Halloween because we have every other day of the year to dress up.
Wow.
That's my opinion.
I think that there shouldn't be a cutoff age. I think that, who are we to say that, that person should dress up and just go out and be them freaky little selves on Halloween? I think it's honestly a little bit authoritarian. Just be yourself. Go out, do your thing on Halloween. I think it's no cutoff age.
I would disagree with you. I agree with Ben. Disagree with you. I think that once you can drive yourself to the store and purchase your own Halloween candy on your own, then it's a little weird if you're going out with 5-year-olds to go get candy from your neighbors.
And you can be yourself every day of the year. You don't need Halloween to be yourself.
You can dress up as Sully from Monsters, Inc. any day you want.
Right. And it'd be hilarious. I would love it,
Honestly, I think that kids have more of a freedom to dress up every day of the year than adults do. We're stuck in these rigid boxes.
It's true. People would judge you real hard.
You go to work as Tinkerbell, no, that's not acceptable.
Might get fired.
Yeah, but for that one person who just wants that outlet on Halloween, for you to say no to them, you could judge that person, if they come to your door, but I don't think you can cut them off. You can't just say.
I'm not saying no, but you have the rest of the year to do whatever you want,
Yeah, but you can't go door to door and get candy.
Yeah, but if you're out taking candy, you can't give the candy. I think that's important too.
But
nobody likes to give out Halloween candy. Are you saying you would rather sit indoors and be like, oh, here you go?
For
That's
the kids.
For the children.
Excuse me, what?
People leave buckets of candy outside their door.
Yeah, but that's not a good
That's
idea.
not a good idea.
Because then there's that one
The one kid who takes
child
all of
who
it.
takes all of it, and I always went right after they went, and so I got there and there was no candy for Mel.
Look at us, we're dressed up right now. So
Yeah, but is it Halloween?
this is the Halloween episode.
Yeah, but
Okay. Let's go on to question 2. As a kid, when you guys went trick-or-treating, what was your target candy? What was the candy that you were after, and where were the best places to look for it?
Reese's peanut butter cups, and the best place to look for it was in every house. I don't know. I feel like everyone has Reese's peanut butter cups.
yeah, that's a very common candy. I personally went for the rare ones. You got your Sour Patch Kids, your Swedish Fish, Laffy Taffy, and then the smaller Twizzlers, which are better than all the other Twizzlers in the world. So when I got those ones, and you can't know who has those. You just got to go to all the houses and hope for the best.
I always looked for the super pack of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Super pack.
Yeah, the big ones.
Oh, you mean the long ones?
The long ones?
Yeah.
And those were always at the rich people's houses.
See, that's not the case. Where I came from, there was this massive house that had lions in front of it, and you were like, ooh, they look like they'd have good Halloween candy. And then they were the people who gave out hard candies, just suspicious hard candies.
Well,
So
you
you'll
know
skip
what is the best trick-or-treating candy to find on Halloween is just the name brand stuff. You ever go to somebody's house and they hand out like the
Like,
chocolate and like the
packaged.
tin foil, like who knows where it came from candy? It's like if you could
Yeah.
find anything that was like not that, that was a win for me.
Did you have
Those
a
are
lot
the
of
same-
sketchy people where you came from? Like,
Let me tell you, no.
Those are the same people who would hand out like toothbrushes too, like on
or like
I've never got a
pennies. I had
toothbrush
You never got a toothbrush on
No.
Halloween?
dentists
No.
give out toothbrushes. I had people who gave out pennies and like apples. That
Sorry,
was
did you say
Pennies?
pennies?
pennies, like change, just like
Oh my god.
old people, man.
Okay. Thank you guys. That was great. And we'll be back with more Commotion after a quick break.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director here, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for.
And to see you makes me proud.
I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Halloween episode of Commotion, and we're about to start question 3 with Melissa. As we know, Halloween isn't just about candy. It's also about the scares. So, what is the best horror movie to watch around Halloween time?
I am not very cultured in the world of horror movies, so I haven't seen your classics. I feel like Halloween is a good Halloween movie, but I haven't seen it. Freddy vs. Jason I've heard is a thing, but I haven't seen it. Saw, I do enjoy a good Saw movie. Some gore is what I go for, so anything with blood, people dying, somebody's head gets chopped off, I think it's very festive, very fitting. All about it.
Okay. Well, I also am not big in the horror genre, but one of my favorite scary movies to watch around Halloween is The Shining. So I don't know if that counts, but it's maybe my favorite movie of all time, and I just love watching it around Halloween time, getting all scary, and Jack Nicholson is the best in that movie, and
I've never seen it.
you can see it.
It's a good
fantastic.
movie. Personally, I really liked scary movies when I was younger, so Friday the 13th was kind of my jam. It was scary, but not like too scary, so I could handle it, watch it with the lights on. It was like cheesy too, so took away from like some of the scary factor. I'm not really like a
I thought of something. I do like the, what's it called? House of Wax. That's a good movie. I enjoy that movie. I could get down with that.
I like The Shining. It's a great movie.
I have it on DVD.
The Shining?
I need to watch it. I've never seen it before.
Why do you have
Did
it
you
on
guys
DVD?
have any movies that you were scared of but you weren't supposed to be scared of? Like as a child, I was terrified of The Little Mermaid.
You know how Wizard of Oz.
It was terrifying when Ursula becomes huge at the end and she starts attacking everybody.
It's
That
a
is-
Disney princess
That's
movie.
terrifying. No, you should watch it again around Halloween.
No, I just never watched.
Alice in Wonderland?
The
So
original?
scared.
or
The original?
For
The cart-
clarity's sake, are you guys talking about the original? Like when you said Halloween, Friday the 13th, House of Wax, are you guys talking about the originals or the remakes?
The
I'm talking
originals.
about the House of Wax with Paris Hilton in it.
So, okay.
No. And the originals are always usually
time
the
out.
best.
There's another House of Wax?
With Vincent Price, yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
The originals are the best, I think.
I never used to watch the, what are they called? The Goosebumps like movies, or I never read the books either because I was too scared of those growing up. But now I'm like,
R.L. Stein.
yeah,
Yeah.
all that goodness. I did not partake in it.
Yeah, I was scared of Alice.
I
in
feel like I
Wonderland.
missed out.
Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy, though.
Yeah, it is.
I
kinda
get you
creepy.
there.
Yeah.
It's like trippy.
It's trippy, yeah.
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 As a little kid, you're like,
Once again,
Why
you're
is that
referring to
cat
the
talking?
original Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon?
Yes, I was a child.
But the new Alice in Wonderland is hella creepy too because
Tim Burton.
I don't like it at all.
I like it, honestly.
I never saw it.
Interesting. Don't
know.
waste your
I
time.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, all of the originals.
Okay. So, we've heard... Ben, what's your opinion on original versus remake, then?
Original.
Good answer.
Half the time I don't even know there's an original. Like, I'm just not cultured. I need to step my game up here.
Were there any films, like any horror films, that you guys wouldn't recommend to watch towards Halloween time?
I don't know if this is considered a horror film or just an odd one, but if you ever heard of the movie The Garbage Pail Kids, don't ever watch it. Literally the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Children of the Corn is also terrible if you've ever seen it. So.
No, that's so good. It's,
I hate that
It's like
movie.
one of those movies that's
It's awful.
cheesy but like good.
I've
Oh,
never
I-
seen it.
Malachi, like,
No.
come on.
Okay. Why don't we move on to the next question? So, speaking of the creepy and the spooky in the entertainment industry, our piggyback question is, what is the greatest Halloween special of all time? These can range from an episode of a TV show to one of those scary ABC Family original movies. We'll start with you, Ben.
This one's an easy one for me. Twitches 2
Oh,
on Disney
yeah.
Channel is my favorite Halloween special of all time. I am a twin, so it really speaks to me on a personal level. I think the Mowry sisters did a fantastic job acting in that movie.
But what about the
Tamara?
first
They're
one?
great.
Like,
Great.
there was a first one.
Yeah, the
The
first one's so
second
good.
one is so much better. 71%
They
on Rotten
found
Tomatoes.
each other in the first one, so if the first one didn't exist, like, they couldn't two it up.
I agree.
They're
one.
great.
Like,
Great.
there was a first one.
Yeah, the
The
first one's so
second
good.
one is so much better. 71%
They
on Rotten
found
Tomatoes.
each other in the first one, so if the first one didn't exist, like, they couldn't two it up.
I agree.
The second is far better than
The
the
first
original.
one inspired me to
No.
hope that there was a twin out there for me, and that
Yeah.
when we got together, we would be witches.
Witches
Yeah.
together
In a good
with the
way.
same necklaces.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then
Oh
they
my
really
God.
refined it in Twitches 2. It was.
I don't
was
even
good.
remember
Twitches,
what
I'm not
happened in
saying
the
Twitches is
second
bad.
Twitches.
I'm not saying
The
Twitches
first
is bad,
Twitches
but
is
this,
the one where they had like the darkness coming,
Yeah.
right? That was freaky. I don't
Okay.
even know what
It's-
happened in the second
It made me
Twitches.
have
It's
that
good.
feeling in my
It was
stomach. Like, I was just so
irrelevant.
excited about it.
the second one is
You're wrong.
far better.
This is just
Anyway.
like how
That's-
Chris thinks that High School Musical 2 is better than the first one.
Oh, but Disney Channel movies, Phantom of the
It's not.
Megaplex, that was a phenomenal film.
And thank
Do
you
you
for bringing
recall?
us back on topic.
Do you recall?
No.
Oh my God, go watch
Halloween
it.
Town though,
Halloween Town, only the first one.
because then they switch out
Sarah
Marnie.
Paxton comes up in here. Who does she think she is?
Like you can't just switch out Marnie on us. Like puberty doesn't change a person that much. Like you're not a different person. Like when it's Dumbledore, we get it because he died. But like Marnie,
He died.
the guy
I,
who played Dumbledore in the first movie died, and then
they had to replace him, obviously, because that's sad. I liked Casper Meets Wendy with a young Hilary Duff.
Casper.
Watched it the other
good.
day. Very good, very classic. Not scary at all, which is perfect for a child like me who is terrified of the wind at night. Also, TV show special. If you haven't seen the Zoe 101 one, where the school got haunted by a ghost, that was
I
great.
do remember that.
In one scene, she calls like a nurse a butt face because there was a ghost on her butt, but it's just the funniest thing that's ever happened on that show.
I feel like I've only seen that once. Like,
Wow,
I just,
go watch it again. It came
I
out.
must have
I was
to.
having a slumber party birthday in the 3rd grade when it came out, and all the girls that came over my house were terrified of it together. So, just fond memories of my childhood.
Wow. All right.
So
Casper is great though. It always made me wish that like Twitches made me wish I had a twin. Casper made me wish that I had a little ghost friend.
I did not wish that I had a ghost friend. 'Cause it's
How cool would
kind
that
of
be?
creepy. Because also in Casper Meets Wendy, Casper and Wendy kind of like fall in love, which is a little weird that she's
kind of like the Bee movie.
a 9-year-old. Okay, that's weird. No, don't bring it in here. Don't bring it up. We can't acknowledge it. But yeah, I think it's a little odd, but I can look.
I just
past
think
it.
that they're friends. Like she's young.
No, they definitely have a thing.
She's like 9.
Yeah, and he's a similar ghost age. And then
But
there's a scene where they dance together in a gazebo that like has some like sexual tension in it.
Sexual
How can you
tension.
have sexual tension when you're 9 with a ghost?
Go watch it. You'll see. You know.
I have to go back and watch.
Yeah. There's also a scene where Casper fights off Wendy's the boy who's trying to get after her, but he's not a good soul. So.
But if you also think about how old Casper is in like real years, like how long has he been?
Yeah, that's
dead?
weird. That's super
Okay,
weird.
So, Twitches 2,
That's right.
Casper Meets Wendy.
No, Halloween Town.
Okay, I'm sorry. Halloween
Casper
Town,
Meets Wendy.
and you're going with Casper Meets Wendy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, we'll have our next set of questions up after a quick break. Stay tuned for more Commotion.
Just waking up and going to school and learning, it makes me feel good as a person. I'm a single mother and I got pregnant and I was the main one working, so I did what I had to do to survive. I never thought that I could go back to school and get it, you know? My sister, my mother, everybody wanted to help me with my kids. I could not have gotten my diploma without my family.
You're winning today.
We're so very proud of you and love you so much.
Yeah, it's hard, but don't be afraid. Keep on going and keep on trying. You can do anything you want.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Okay, it's time to get spooktacular up in here. Parents, if your kids are watching, tell them to look away. It's time to talk about ghosts. The concept of ghosts has been around for thousands of years, but do you personally believe in ghosts? And do you have any spooky ghost stories you'd like to share? We'll start with you, Isabella.
Ghosts are real. Straight out. Ghosts are real. I believe in them. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere right now? You sure?
That's what
Positive?
trips me up. Like, if they're here all the time, like, what, did they just hover?
No, because they don't exist. That's what's happening. Ghosts don't exist. They're not hovering. They're not doing anything.
How do you explain a lot of these unexplainable things? Like when things just fall over and
Unexplainable things. I don't know. When things just fall over.
Okay, the
like a gust
idea-
of wind. or-
Gravity.
the idea of ghosts have been around thousands of years. It's kind of like unicorns. Like we know unicorns existed at one point.
Right, I agree with you there.
So
Really? Wait, what?
That's just a fact,
So
Melissa.
is it in like the Smithsonian? Did I miss that section? Ask North Korea. Like what?
Anyway,
So it has to like come from somewhere, right? Like so ghosts are real. Defend.
I'm like in the middle because I don't know. The thing is, like, if ghosts are real, like, where are they all the time? Like, what are they doing? They're not just like
they aren't real.
knocking
They're not-
things over all the
they're
time.
not
Like, it
doing
doesn't
anything.
happen that often. But then I watch like a movie, like Paranormal Activity. I know it's not real, but every so often I'm like, but this could happen, and like, it's a little strange. So I'm iffy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. It's like they talk about it being around for thousands of years. It's because they didn't have the technology or the science to prove anything. They used ghosts and all
They're
these
ghost
magic
scientists.
things.
Wait, really? That's a job?
Yes, look it up.
They probably
And-
don't make much
Like
money.
yeah,
They-
on TV
No,
they have
I
ghost
Googled
hunters.
it before.
All right.
She Googled it, so it's true.
No.
Google
Real
never lies,
facts here,
children.
folks.
But like they do those things where they like check the heat and like
Right.
it goes and they have.
Oh, there's one over here.
But like also,
What was that?
when
Can you
ghosts
do that
aren't
again?
there,
I was
like,
feeling the heat.
do they just decide when they just show up?
There's like spectrometers or whatever they're called.
I'm trying to talk here. I'm here too.
Okay.
I was saying,
Ghosts are real.
when ghosts aren't around, like, do they just choose?
They aren't around. They don't
when
exist.
do they choose when they show up or not, or are they just always like hanging out? And do they get to like choose where they hang out?
They're always
Like,
somewhere.
I just don't get it.
Okay.
I don't get it.
I've seen a ghost before.
Wait,
Would you care to share that story with us?
yes, please share the story.
I'm embarrassed now.
No, you have to do it. You can't
No,
not
you
have to.
The question was,
It's in the
and share
question.
your ghost story.
Any ghost
Okay.
stories, and you have ones. You have to.
One time, not too long ago, before college, I was in my room and I was trying to sleep and the TV was on and I like hear some weird noise and then I look over and on my wall there's the outline of like a figure, but there's nobody there. And so I like moved some things around and tried to like see where it was coming from, and like it was coming from nowhere. It was just there, and then my room got really cold. My room's always warm. And so I just started crying, and then it like moved, and then something fell over in my room, and it was really scary. So that's my ghost
That
story.
would freak me out.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one time when I was younger, my cousin was sleeping over, and she told me that she saw like a hand on the stair rail when she was like sleeping, because like the room could like see the stair rail, and so then I was a little suspicious.
Sounds like a funny joke.
Ghosts in my house.
I do that. Put on a white glove.
Also, like, don't like Ouija boards like summon ghosts or spirits?
Oh, I've used a Ouija board. They're garbage.
I've never used one.
I mean,
Yeah, why are you scared?
they scare me too. No, they freak me out. I don't know. It's suspicious. Also, I have a cousin who dog sits at my house, and she always says that whenever she's there by herself, she hears noises all the time. And she had to call her brother to come over the last time she was there because she thought there was a ghost in our house. And I was like, okay, well, now I don't want to go home ever again. Thank you.
And when I saw my ghost, my dog just started barking at nothing.
That's true. Animals
dog.
add to the
Animals
creepiness.
know.
No,
Animals
Look
do
it up.
know.
They have that.
That's a
sense.
fact.
No, they bark at nothing all the time.
No, it's freaky.
Well, that
where
was
the-
surely something else. Okay. It's time for the final question of tonight.
Oh, I'm nervous.
For the Halloween Heavyweight Championship, candy corn makes an appearance. It comes at any Halloween party, but this candy is considered to be on the most controversial side. Some people love the traditional treat, while others hate it to the core. What is your stance on this timeless candy tradition? Who should we start with? Okay, Melissa.
So, candy corn. I don't enjoy eating it. I think it is very festive as a decoration or a symbol of Halloween. But today in Murphy Dining Hall, about 2 hours ago, one of the people who works there was telling me about how they read this article about the most hated Halloween candies, and candy corn is number 4 on the list, in case you're wondering. So it's a widespread hatred for candy corn in America. So I think that it should be seen and not eaten.
But it wasn't number 1.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
important.
What was number one?
Those dots that are on paper, those paper dots, those
Why
were
do those
number
even
one.
exist?
I don't know, but that's why they're the
I
most
think
hated.
candy corn is delicious, and it's a staple to our society and American culture. It's one of the 4 main food groups. If Elf is correct, candy canes, candy corn, and syrup. It's one of the 4
It's
main food
literally
groups.
eating wax.
Yeah, wax is an
No,
ingredient
have you ever-
in candy corn.
Yes, I have eaten
wax
candy
is
corn.
an
Okay,
ingredient.
it's an ingredient, but it does not taste like wax.
Okay,
Okay,
what
but
does
it
it taste
feels
like? What
like
is
it.
the taste of candy corn?
Delicious, succulent.
Like, they're like
It's-
chalky.
Wait, what's that face?
I don't think you could describe it as succulent.
Oh, it's
It's like you take a
great.
candle, you add a little
bit
bit
of
of
sugar.
and some flour to make it like not so waxy, and then you feed it to children to make them shut up.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, why is it corn? Like, why is it in the shape of corn is my question. It's not corn. It's barely even candy.
if you put it around in a circle.
Oh yeah, have you seen those pictures?
with
That's
the ends
really
in,
cool.
it looks like
Somebody
corn.
made like a corn on the cob out of candy corn.
Right,
It was
it
all
actually-
over Twitter last year. Look it up.
Coincidence.
No, it's really cool.
I've seen the picture, was not enthused about it.
I was super enthused about it.
It looked like
I'm a
corn.
corn, and I like regular corn, not candy corn.
Who
And
doesn't?
you look like the kind of man
Corn
who
is
likes
great.
candy corn. Wax. Just eating pure wax and sugar.
Also, the Murphy Dining Hall employee told us that the second most hated Halloween candy is Necco wafers.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of a Necco wafer?
They're just
They're garbage.
they're just like antacids.
They're actually eating discs of chalk. Like, it's the worst.
Speaking of candy corn, How do you guys feel about those attempts to give it some new flavors, like the chocolate candy corn or the candy pumpkins, close by the candy corn and the candy cornucopia?
It all disgusts me.
This kind of goes with the whole remake as opposed to the original. Just stick with the original.
The one where
original's
they
good.
put chocolate
It's
in
not
it is
good.
so
No, the original's
gross.
good. Just
It's
stick to
not
the
good.
original. Don't
If
chocolate.
we did a Gallup poll
caramel.
right now, I'm pretty sure the consensus would be people do not like candy corn. Most people do not like candy corn.
I was watching.
I'll suggest it to Gallup or
What's
the
a
other
Gallup?
the polls, like the professional polling places.
Professional polling. I missed that. I'm sorry. All right.
You were saying something?
I was watching the Halloween episode of Chopped yesterday, and they had to use candy corn in their dishes, and all of the contestants were not happy about it because
Yeah,
candy corn sucks.
Screws them up probably.
But they put it in a red wine reduction, put it on top of frog legs, so it worked.
Sounds kind of gross.
Yeah, no, it was.
Sounds delicious.
Candy corn is gross.
Also, those pumpkins. Do you like those pumpkins, Ben?
The pumpkins are even better than the original.
It's just eating like a bigger mass of like
Right.
candy corn.
You're saving time and energy.
There's
Just more candy
there's
corn.
no nutritive value in it.
Yeah, but there's no nutritive value in any candy. That's like not a good.
Peanut butter value.
Okay, but
Chocolate
like,
value. They say that you should have a little bit of chocolate every day.
but all.
Also some red wine.
Is it candy corn flavored red wine?
Yeah, to
That'd be
festive.
It's just a-
disgusting.
What I don't understand is why they're making caramel apple flavored things. Caramel apple Jolly
It's its own
Rancher,
thing.
caramel apple Laffy Taffies.
Oh,
I ain't about
well,
it.
caramel apple will have to wait until next year's episode of Commotion,
I'll come back.
because that's all the time we have for this year's Commotion Halloween special. You all did great tonight, but only one can be declared the winner, and the winner is Ben.
Wow.
That's right.
Congratulations, Ben. Now you get to talk about anything you want for the next 30 seconds. But first, to everyone in the audience, be sure to tune into cable channel 12 to watch Commotion and other great Cardinal television programs. I'm your host, Ed Vivenzio. Take it away, Ben.
Well, thank you so much, Ed, for picking me to be the winner. This is my second time on Commotion, and I'm 1-1 now. I'd like to thank my two lovely panelists, Isabella and Melissa. And if you don't know who I'm dressed up as, I'm Chris Murray. He's a wonderful...
Apple Laffy Taffies.
Oh,
I ain't about it.
caramel apple will have to wait until next year's episode of Commotion,
I'll come back.
because that's all the time we have for this year's Commotion Halloween special. You all did great tonight, but only one can be declared the winner, and the winner is Ben.
Wow.
That's right.
Congratulations, Ben. Now you get to talk about anything you want for the next 30 seconds. But first, to everyone in the audience, be sure to tune into cable channel 12 to watch Commotion and other great Cardinal television programs. I'm your host, Ed Vivenzio. Take it away, Ben.
Well, thank you so much, Ed, for picking me to be the winner. This is my second time on Commotion, and I'm 1-1 now. I'd like to thank my two lovely panelists, Isabella and Melissa. And if you don't know who I'm dressed up as, I'm Chris Murray. He's a wonderful young man. He's single for all you ladies out there, so give him a ring.